Wow. Way to go. Well, way to go, Mike, first off, because you forgot to share the link once again. I'm still not used to this at all. And this has been going for what, 6 months? All right. I always forget to, of course, post the link. But anyways, once again, what an amazing night. Jeez, oh man, this was just a fun night. I mean, look what we got here. We had some good back and forth action at Progressive Fields night with the Indians hosting the 2019 MLB State Farm Home Run Derby. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. put on just an amazing performance. Amazing! Especially in that semifinals with Jock Peterson. Man, hit 29 home runs each, then hit 8 more each in the 1 minute, tiebreaker, and then had to go back and forth to 2 more tiebreakers of the 3 different swing-offs. That was just amazing stuff. Amazing. Josh Bell didn't beat Ronald Acuna Jr., but that's okay. Acuna Jr. did great. Bell did great. Everybody did great in the home run derby. And my pick to win won, Pete Alonso. But hats off to the real winner, of course, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. What do you guys think? Oh, that's right. That's not the show we're talking about. Nah, see, I watched 2 shows tonight. I watched an amazing State Farm Home Run Derby. Well, despite the fact the commentators sucked. They're not Chris Berman or whatever his name is. But still, the Home Run Derby was freaking awesome. But then there was Raw. Oh, boy. We're here to talk about Raw, not the Home Run Derby. That is sad. Guys, what is going on? This is the Club of Midnight 93. I am up here live to talk to you about, to review, getting tongue twists, can't think now, this week's episode of Raw, July 8th, 2019. That took place in, it says Dallas, Texas, but it's really Newark, New Jersey. I need to fix that in the description box, not in Dallas, Texas, in Newark, New Jersey, because this Sunday, July 14th, at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll be having Extreme Rules taking place in Philadelphia, PA, at the Wells Fargo Center, just about 5 hours that way, I'm assuming. I was trying to remember, which direction actually is east right now. So, just maybe 5 hours that way down the turnpike. And of course, in a couple weeks, Raw will be coming here live on August 5th. The show did not make me want to go. Let me tell you something, guys. So last week, I heard that last week's SmackDown was not at all written by Eric Bischoff, the new executive producer of SmackDown Live. Apparently, he wants to wait until after Extreme Rules to get to know people and see what he can work with, which is fair game. My defense also is, okay, don't blame me for wanting to wait after Extreme Rules, because the storylines you're being given to work with going into Extreme Rules suck. So you be pretty much trying to turn gold from poop, make gold from poop, basically. As I had a professor once tell me in college. I guess Paul Heyman must have did the same thing this week. Took a vacation. And while he was taking a vacation, Vince is taking his final bow, hopefully his final bow, as, getting his hand in creative and just doing this to us. Saying, fuck you all. This is me literally just, stepping away and showing you, even though, I may not have entertained you guys as good and lost viewers and whatnot, this is what you're getting in return for not bowing down to me. Vincent Kennedy McMahon have one more Sunday to enjoy the Playboy Baron Corbin and, boy, that sexy-ass lady I wish I could watch porn of, Lacey Evans. Because trust me, guys, this Raw could not have been written by Paul Heyman. This Raw sucked. Last week, yes, there was some good, there was some bad. It was a thing of, okay, things are slowly going to pan out over time, I feel. Not everything's going to be perfect right away. This was a big, big plunge down from last week. And I hope to God again This was Vince taking his final bow and just flicking us all off, saying "screw you all," because I know Paul Heyman did not write anything, anything that took place on this show. Dear Lord, I mean, there was small little teases of things I felt like could have enjoyed, but they could have gone another way with it to make it better, and just a bunch of stuff that made absolutely no freaking sense, and it's driving me nuts. So let's talk about the show, and then we'll get out of here. But let's check the live chat, see who we got here. Tyler says it was balls, crappy rules, yeah. Jalen, Rockstar Spud's wife is sexy. She has the body of a true goddess, not Alexa. Oh man, wait till we talk about Drake Maverick's wife. Of course, I'm going to be ranting on that whole stupid storyline it is, but man, does Drake Maverick's wife really replace how crappy this storyline is. You're absolutely right, Jalen. Raw is ass. Raw was mad. I think Paul will take care of Raw after Extreme Drools. Extreme Drools. Yes. Hopefully he'll fully take over then and things will be fresh and he can write things. Because after what happened at main event, I do have an idea. I do have an idea for the for something after what I saw in the main event. And I will kind of pitch the idea once I get there. At the end. 1 second here. I want to answer this. Anyways, so let's get rolling here. So I'm sorry, I got a little distracted there. We're not done with the live chat yet. The ECW town, oh goodness. I love the kiss Rockstar Spud's wife's ass. Oh man, you're really going there, Jalen. Brock is gonna cash in on Kofi on Sunday at Crappy Rules. What happened to SmackDown? AJ Styles, 24/7 champion, is funny. I'm still not a fan because it really was buffoons, and also mainly because, again, of the character of Drake Maverick. The inconsistency of the character of Drake Maverick, that is. Let's just roll on and see what we got here. We'll open up the show with an advertised mixed tag team match. Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, taking on Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega. On paper, sounds pretty good. And I actually was somewhat enjoying this match. Up until after Becky Lynch gets Zelina Vega to tap out, it's revealed that it's a tag team elimination match. Because once again, we have to have how many elimination tag team matches and how many 2 out of 3 falls matches, because Vince does not want any matches going on during the commercials. Well, I kind of get that. I understand that completely. But if you're having all these random people have random tag team matches with these stipulations, you're watering the hell out of them. And also, what was the point of this being a tag team elimination match if once Zelina Vega was eliminated, she basically wasn't going to be able to Becky Lynch was not going to be able to really be used in the match anyways. So if Andrade would have pinned Seth Rollins, technically Becky Lynch and Andrade are both never eliminated. So once again, WWE, like you make Nikki Cross look stupid, you yourselves make yourself, I'm sorry, Vince McMahon, make yourself once again look stupid on your way out of the door of creative. So then, I don't know, eventually there was a little run-in where, Andrade, ran into Becky, and then Seth like, oh, how dare you run into my woman, even though a match one-on-one with Seth and Andrade honestly wouldn't be a bad idea in the future. Got to give credit to that. But, Seth eventually does hit the curb stomp on Andrade for the win. Once again, of course, they're just having to show off. Oh, Seth is Becky's boyfriend and whatnot, just taking away from the freaking persona of these two. Look, if you want these to be in a mixed tag team match, fine. Just quit shoving down our throats that they're dating. Okay? I am happy they're together. They're two great people. I'm sure they make each other very happy, but you don't have to push that onto the characters. it's making them feel different. Again, you can have people win titles. You can have people, fight people you want to fight them. But if you're literally doing stuff that absolutely, just tone down their mojo or their gimmick and whatnot, then it just, to me, it just gets old. And it's the fact, okay, quit mentioning it. That the fact that they're dating, it drives me nuts. Afterwards, because after Becky eliminated Zelina, she had nothing else to do except beat up Lacey Evans, who was at ringside. And then Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans beat them up and stood tall over them. And of course, teasing them being the next power couple. Do not, I repeat, do not make Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans a power couple in live TV. Do not do it. Do not do it. I want to be done with those two for a good amount of time from getting these stupid title opportunities that they didn't even earn because they've lost their opportunities how many times once this Extreme Rules mixed tag team match ends on Sunday. And I could care less about that match. So yeah, the mixed tag team match was won by Seth and Becky. I'm sorry, the manly couple between Becky and Seth. Becky's boyfriend. That's you have to constantly mention that. But anyways, after that happens, Paul Heyman comes out. And he introduces himself and says he's going to shoot from the hip. And he basically just says, once again on Sunday, Brock Lesnar is going to cash in on either Seth Rollins or Kofi Kingston. But I'm saying it's going to be a spoiler, but that's up to, Brock Lesnar. Once again, literally just dangling the carrot or dangling, the little thing in front of us. Oh, you want this? You want this? Nope, not going to happen. You want this? But nope, not going to happen. You know what? I don't want it to happen because no matter what happens, I'm not going to be happy with whoever gets cashed in with Money in the Bank because Brock Lesnar shouldn't be a damn champion anymore. Makes me angry. I get, they're doing the same thing they did in 2014 when the Undertaker, when Brock Lesnar conquered the Undertaker streak. That actually worked. This whole Money in the Bank shit does not work at all for Brock Lesnar. So we had that. We get a video package of what happened last week, which is pretty cool, with Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley exploding through the LED board on the stage, and they make the match official for Extreme Rules. It'll be Lashley and Corbin. I mean, not Lashley and Corbin. Dear Lord, no. Lashley and Strowman in a last man standing match. Again, as I keep saying, these guys both do seem like they have something going with each other. I think they can put on a pretty good last man standing match. Hopefully, it actually means something for one of these guys. So we'll see what happens when it comes to the Extreme Rules, but I think they can put on a pretty good last man standing match. Then we have, oh boy. So the main event advertised for tonight was a tag team match with Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon taking on Roman Reigns and a mystery partner. That mystery partner, though, was to be picked by Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. So you can imagine how much of a joke this absolutely was going to be. So Shane and Drew are walking backstage, and they see a garbage man dumping out stuff in the trash. They say they've heard he's the best garbage man in the world, and Shane introduces himself to this guy whose name is Tony, and he asks if he'll be Roman Reigns' tag team partner. And then tells him to stick around, but of course he wouldn't be the tag team partner. Before the next match, the Usos got a promo and enters welcoming Shane to the real team and promising that they're coming for the tag titles Sunday and looking Elias right down with the Revival. We have a 2 out of 3 falls match with Elias and the Revival. Once again, why is Elias on Raw? He's supposed to be on SmackDown. Again, wildcard rule makes no damn sense. Taking on a team of Miz and the Usos. Elias and the Revival in the first fall with the Shatter Machine. But then the Miz hits a Skull Crusher finale on Dawson for making a 1 fall piece. And then the Miz and the Usos win the 3rd fall by having a diving splash by Jey Uso, pinning Scott Dawson. Once again, make a Revival look stupid. That's the way you set up this tag team match for Sunday. Stupid! All right. So we have a recap of what happened last week with the 24/7 championship, with Drake Maverick winning the title back after, tricking R-Truth into feeling bad for him, hitting him with a luggage, and then pinning him. We see shots of the honeymoon with Drake Maverick and Renee Michelle. And of course, all of them, he's literally just holding up. Obviously, makes it sound like his Fisher Price toy is much more important than his wife. Douche. And then we're going to Newark, New Jersey. Why would if he's supposed to be a heel champion, why would he want to go to Monday Night Raw while on his honeymoon? Here's the thing: if Drake Maverick was a full-on heel, this may work. But the fact that, once again, he's heel on Raw and SmackDown, but he's a beloved babyface GM, story order on 205 Live. Make up your mind. Which one is he? Are we supposed to be rooting for him? Or are we supposed to be hating him? He's an absolute douche who drags around his amazingly attractive, sexy wife, Renee Michelle. I am sorry, Jalen, you are so right, my friend. Damn, they make her look good tonight. Oh my gosh, in that white dress, she looked amazing. Like perfect to be celebrating a honeymoon with. And all Drake Maverick cared about was his 24/7. Again, why was he there tonight? If he didn't want to lose his 24/7 championship, why did he come to Raw tonight for his honeymoon? Made no sense to me. But then, of course, they were like, oh, let's get in one of these boxes and, get it on. But she says, she's not, of course, she wasn't having it at first, but he pledges to show her what a great husband he is and gives her the honeymoon she deserves. She softens and says she's ready to consummate their marriage. Of course, that gets Drake all excited. But then, of course, that brings a bunch of buffoons running after him, so he's got to run away from all of them. We then see Shane and Drew scouting a beer guy for potential partner for Roman Reigns. Then Rey Mysterio comes out, making his return after a 6-week absence since he hurt his shoulder. He says he's going to keep it short and simple because he stood in the ring 6 weeks ago with an arm in a sling, and one of the hardest things to do, relinquish the U.S. title. Doctors told him it'd be a while before he came back, but refused to believe that, and he beat their predictions. He's ready to go, so he wants to issue an open challenge, and was accepted by Bobby Lashley, who came out. Yes, he dominated Rey Mysterio, squashed him, and beat him up afterwards, just to, put over the fact that he's going to destroy Braun Strowman on Sunday. Would have been nice to see Bobby Lashley show up a little bit like, bandaged up or whatnot after what happened last week, but we're supposed to forget that because continuity does not exist in WWE. I'm sorry, it does not, unfortunately. So, after that happens, we have, oh gosh. Well, before we actually get to that, because there's an interview happens later on with this that absolutely sucked. But before we get there, we have backstage. We see the club, the reunited club, walking around. As they arrive in front of AJ's dressing room, Charlie Caruso rolls up and tries to ask him what happened last week. AJ says he doesn't owe anyone an explanation. Tells her to get out of his face. Anderson and Gallows refuse to comment as well. And we have No Way Jose coming out, having a match with Cesaro. Cesaro beats him with the sharpshooter. Okay, cool, whatever. Now we see the Street Profits hanging out backstage. Tell us that they're gathered here for a very special reminder never to cross Cesaro. And they should they show for Extreme Rules on the network. They should speculate a little about partners for Roman Reigns tonight before ordering the production truck to move on. So, again, just to, give, not call up the Street Profits, but, get some, people who actually talk. Just talk, just hang up a little bit. Kind of get us familiar with them. Like, don't rush them into the scene. So, even though I didn't expect them to be called up anytime soon, at least get us a little familiar with them, I'd say. So, good stuff from the Street Profits. We heard them from earlier on tonight. Oh gosh, though, this really sucked. This whole idea tonight sucked. Proven point why WWE has made Nikki Cross from psycho, entertaining, crazy to delusional gossip girl stupid. We had this interview, this split screen interview with Bayley and Nikki Cross. Who are going to actually, I'm sorry, before we get to that, we had this stupid thing happen tonight. So remember last week when we had Maria Kanellis announced she was pregnant and pretty much just trashes Mike? I like that. What happened this week I thought was stupid. Mike comes in, brings Maria flowers, apologizes for last week, saying he's sorry he was caught off guard and he loves her, and then he can't wait to give birth to have their second kid. They're trading sweet things, and then it looks like they're about to kiss, which Maria was looking pretty hot once again, but not as hot as Renee Michelle. Maria says, "You know what else I love? Ice cream." And then Mike's like, "I don't get it." She's like, "I asked for ice cream and pickles. Get the clue." And he steps in it and he asks if she wants non-fat. And she's like, "You think I'm fat?" And then he goes to get her food. And then she's like, and what kind of a man taps out to a woman? That was not it for that segment, though. Of course, there's probably, something more behind the idea of ice cream and pickles, but, still. We'll get to that later. Anyways, to this interview with Bayley and Nikki Cross. Nikki starts off by saying she owes Alexa Bliss everything, doesn't know where she'd be without her. What the hell has Alexa Bliss done for Nikki Cross? Once again, this whole storyline. Again, at first, I was interested in this team when they were teasing an Alexa Bliss face turn, as I've been saying for how many weeks now. Now it's the same old shit. Alexa Bliss is using Nikki Cross as she always does, and Alexa Bliss once again is doing absolutely nothing but not showing up, and Nikki's doing all her dirty work. Once again, how are we supposed to get behind this? And how are you making Nikki Cross look any more intelligent than you are? So that happens. Bayley says that, Alexa's using her as always. And Nikki's like, you need to figure it out. She has had it with her running down Alexa. I'm tired of you being mean to Alexa, basically. When Alexa's obviously the bully here, we can't even take it seriously anymore. And they bash each other. And then Michael Cole has to explain to the two of them what exactly a beat the clock challenge is. They're both fans. Shouldn't they know what that is already? Shouldn't at least Bayley know what that is? But it's announced that they'll each take on an individual opponent themselves. Bayley taking on Sarah Logan, and Nikki Cross taking on Dana Brooke. And whoever wins the fastest gets to pick the stipulation for the Women's SmackDown Women's Championship match on Sunday. First of all, if this was like, let's say, Bayley, well, first off, a better pairing now for a heel Alexa Bliss. Bayley and Mickie James taking on, like, let's say, Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. Okay, I can still get behind that because those are people who are there fighting for their friends. I get that. Bayley fighting Sarah Logan, who has nothing to do with the storyline. Yes, they have a history, but that she has nothing to do with the storyline at all. And then Nikki Cross is once again fighting Dana Brooke. Now, why would she even want to stop, Nikki Cross from or Alexa Bliss from picking a stipulation? What did these two get out of this beat the clock challenge? Not only is this interview bad, making both of them look stupid, especially Nikki Cross being like a delusional freak, because once again, she has no reason to say Alexa Bliss is so great. Why is Alexa Bliss so great? If she's still the same thing she always does, has a friend, uses them until she feels they're worthless, and they turn. It's the same shit in circles over and over and over and over again. Why do you think people are freaking sick of her? I think she's all right. Now I'm realizing the storylines are going in the same circle over and over and over again. Hello? And the fact that this is a Raw superstar taking on a SmackDown champion, that makes absolutely no sense why these two had competition in the first place, and no sense why Alexa Bliss even earned a chance to earn an opportunity in the first place. So that happens. The matches happen later. We'll get to those shortly. Viking Raiders. Well, first before we get there, Truth is complaining about he wants his baby back, saying that he's worried what Drake Maverick is doing, defeating his baby wrong, showing her scary movies. He can't wait to be alone with his baby tonight. And then, of course, Drake Maverick and everyone else runs right past them. And then, of course, Carmella and Truth run in the opposite direction. Then we have the Viking Raiders squash Colin and Devin Justin. All right, cool. And then, of course, Drake Maverick runs out there once again, and everybody just runs around the Viking Raiders, basically. And, yeah. Anyways, let's check the live chat. Haven't checked the live chat yet in a while. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, screw the wild card rule. We always receive charge. Screw the 2 out of 3 falls elimination matches. Nah. Hey, goodbye, Vince. For sure, Tyler. They're gonna have Roman winning the WWE Championship from Brock at SummerSlam. Dear God, no. Again, if they want to put the title back on Roman, whatever. Just not against freaking Brock. We don't need to see another Brock and Roman match. Enough. What's up? If I'm mispronouncing your name wrong, I apologize. Joao Faria. He says, "What's up, everyone? I was at Raw tonight. How was the crowd on TV side? The crowd wasn't too bad. Champions lose every time, like the NWO in the 1999 Super Brawl. Drake was my favorite part of the show, and she was the good-ish of the show. I know Drake Maverick's wife, Renee Michelle, was the best part of the show. Damn, I'm so jealous of that man. Why Ray back to lose to Lashley? It's called a last man standing match. Taker and Roman will put Drew and Shane to rest on Sunday. I'm glad Paul didn't book this show. Get over your ego, Vince, for sure. Yeah, all of that is freaking true. Anyway, so backstage, we have Roman Reigns being interviewed, apologizing, and basically he didn't sound very confident about the quality of his partner tonight in this pointless main event. Ricochet then comes out and says AJ challenged him. When AJ challenged him, he thought, great. What a way to prove himself. And last week, that's exactly what they did. But before he could even celebrate one of the biggest wins of his career, the club gave him one of the biggest beatings of his lifetime. And now he knows he's got AJ this Sunday. As far as tonight goes, we all know what's going to happen, right? Gallows is not going to be alone. He's about to take on Luke Gallows. Carl Anderson and AJ Styles will both be here. And in the end, he's just going to have to fight all three. Of course, AJ and the club make their way out. Styles gets on the mic and thanks Ricochet for the recap for offering advice. Here in WWE, they move pretty quickly. So slow down and appreciate the moment. Might as well, because Gallows is going to stomp a mud hole in him. And while we're talking about moments, he wants to appreciate the moment they had last week on Raw, and the video plays recapping the moment. And then we have a match with Luke Gallows and Ricochet. Something was missing from that promo from Styles. Like, that was a Vince promo. Like, it felt like a Vince promo. Like, yeah, Styles was a great heel when he was a heel in 2016. But I don't know. Again, if you're going to reunite Styles in the club, don't just, sign them to new contracts as the club apparently did. I don't get why. They've been treated like crap for how many years. And just act like, they can literally just get together and boom, everybody loves it. No. Like, honestly, this didn't really get me that excited for AJ Styles at the club being back together. I mean, I'm looking forward to the match with Styles and Ricochet on Sunday. But in order for me to get behind, Styles in the club, this really didn't do much because it was typical booking. Ricochet beat Luke Gallows. After the match, it was like, you said you would take on all three of us tonight if you could. So why not take on Carl Anderson right here, right now? Unless you're not man enough. And Ricochet does. He beats Carl Anderson too. Afterwards, so this beatdown afterwards was nice. But once again, this what led us. It was a typical WWE booking. The champion beats all the cronies, but it's just typical booking you get all the time. But of course, Ricochet got beat down as AJ got in and jumps him and beats him down. And then Gallows, and Anderson team up with the Magic Killer. Oh, and it was a Styles clash. And Styles comes to the microphone and says he's a good guy and he'll leave a little bit of Ricochet left as long as he stays down. So there won't be any excuses for when Styles wins on Sunday. Club go to leave, but then Ricochet goes get back up. So they return, beat him down in a phenomenal forearm. A phenomenal forearm hit again just to keep Ricochet down. Again, looking forward to the match, but once again, something fell off for this segment. We have Renee Michelle still sitting on the road case, looking sexy as hell backstage. Drake comes back. She's like, "Where were you?" He's like, "I survived." But of course, here comes R-Truth and Roz Zapata hiding in one of the road cases. Same with Carmel and the other one. Drake runs off. Of course, once again, looks like a douche. And then, and of course, Bayley walks by. And then we have we have this backstage again with Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon scouting opponents for Roman Reigns. They come across a janitor named Gary, mopping the floor, and they follow him into the bathroom. They talk to him and offer him $5,000 to tag with Roman Reigns. Not to wrestle, but just to stand there and let them handle this. And then he accepts, and he says, we'll give you a mask. Which, why? Then we have Bayley take on Sarah Logan, the first of the Beat the Clock Challenge matches. First off, once again, as I said, why would Sarah Logan care about even winning this match if she gets nothing in return? I don't know. But two, why the hell is she coming out with in the Riot Squad theme music? Riot Squad still showing up on a Titantron. If the Riot Squad has been done since freaking April. Freaking April, you can't even give her new theme music. I mean, not that Sarah Logan's going to be anything special right now, but you couldn't give her new theme music or anything. Nope, you had to literally just, give her the Riot Squad theme music, the Riot Squad, graphics. It's dead! The Riot Squad is dead! So that happens. Bayley wins in 4 minutes and 30 seconds in a very boring match. Nikki comes out, and then with a minute 50 left, she beats Dana Brooke. And afterwards, she cuts this awful promo. You can tell this was Vince. It was all scripted. She's like, Bayley, get in the ring. I've been trying to convince you that Alexa Bliss. Oh, well, Bayley's like saying, I've been trying to convince you Alexa Bliss isn't her friend. And Nick's like, I know, but the problem is she doesn't understand what a real friendship means. But it's okay because Nikki will show her at Extreme Rules when they make this match a 2-on-1 handicap match. Really? You have a pointless beat the clock challenge with the champion and the challenger's crony taking on two people that have absolutely nothing to do with this angle, have a beat the clock challenge for a 2-on-1 handicap match with someone who is obviously a bitch to everyone and shouldn't even have any friends, and a brainwashed gossip girl idiot. We're wasting a match on a pointless 2-on-1 handicap match that, yes, maybe it'll tease Sasha Banks' return. Or maybe Nikki Cross will turn on Alexa Bliss. I don't know. But at this point, I really don't care. And of course, Nikki's just like, you don't know what a true friend is, blah, blah, blah. Go find a real one on your own. But then Bayley just stacks Nikki across the face and hits a Bayley to belly, hits a diving elbow, and who cares? Because once again, you've ruined Nikki Cross. And then we got this backstage. Mike comes in and brings Maria ice cream and a giant jar of pickles. Was like, I can't eat those. I'll get fat. She asks if he'd want to impregnate her now if she already wasn't. He's like, of course he would, but he says you're going to never do it again. Not sure if he's the one who did this, and then she tells him to run off. Made no sense. Once again, you went ice cream pickles, came back, you don't like that, now you're no sense at all. Once again, you took something that was actually good last week, Vince, and you sabotaged it. Once again, Vince literally giving us the finger before taking his final bows. We had this dumb interview with Corey Graves interviewing Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Lynch calls him out for his big emo head and says they backed up everything they said, and the only difference Sunday is that there's no rules, so those two dopes are out of excuses, and they got no more chances, so they're walking out as champions. And Seth, like a delusional idiot, just says what she says and just walks away. Once again, don't care. And once again, if you weren't pushing this romance between these two on live TV, this wouldn't feel so flat. But too bad it does. Because once again, WWE has to sabotage anything they get their hands on, especially you, Vince. Just going to be so glad once Extreme Rules passes this Sunday. We'll see what happens. Anyways, moving on. The Street Profits are again watching and getting excited. Montez Ford goes to impersonate The Rock again, but Andrew Dawkins cuts him off, and they hype up Extreme Rules and whatnot. And then first, we have our main event. First, Roman comes out, makes his entrance, then followed by Drew and Shane. Simple intro. Shane says he proved that he's the best in the world by beating Roman at Super Showdown by himself. And then they're going to do it tonight to make an example out of him and his tag partner, The Undertaker Extreme Rules. Once again, why is Roman even accepting Undertaker as a partner? If, they had their issues like 2 years ago. Yes, Undertaker claims that Roman asked for help. But once again, there was no other story. Taker showed up, explained himself, and then that's it. Once again, blood money by Vince, just to kiss our asses. Say, oh, we love Undertaker. So he's here. Come on, Extreme Rules. No story there. But blah, blah, blah. And then Drew McIntyre gets on the microphone. He's saying stuff. I'm thinking, bro, I can't take you seriously anymore because you lost to Roman twice. And you lost to him while you had interference as well with Shane McMahon helping you. So once again, now Drew McIntyre feels like a guy who's all talk, does nothing in the ring. So then, for night right now, they're going to shut up and introduce their Roman's tag team partner, calling him a 5th grade spelling bee champion, a 3-time Prudential Employee of the Month, Gary the Goat Garbutt. The janitor's limping out in a luchador mask, looking silly. Obviously, again, that was all Vince. This is all Vince right here. If 3/4 of this tag team match is happening on Sunday, what was the point of this? Because the match happens, Roman gets some offense in before Gary the Goat Garbutt tags himself in. And then Roman gets sent out of the ring. But then all of a sudden, Gary the Goat, who looks to be screwed, does an enziguri. He botches a springboard lariat, which, based off who it ended up being in the end, I'm like, oh, that's not good for him. He botched a springboard lariat, and he had a handspring elbow strike, rushed off the ropes, a tope congyro, and he dances on the ramp, looking great, and then McIntyre then claymores him, and then Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon win, and what the hell is his points main event. But then afterwards, Roman Reigns gets in the ring and then scares off the heels, and while Shane's demanding to announce the announcement of his victory, Roman helps Gary loosen his mask and reveals it to be Cedric Alexander. And him and Roman are like, okay, cool, what's up, man? Well, okay, here's the thing. If this would have been Cedric Alexander pinning them, that would have been cool. I would have been like, okay, I can somewhat see where this could be going. But you literally had him lose. What was the point of him being the tag partner if he was going to lose anyways? Now, Paul Heyman was writing the story. Here's what I honestly would hope for. Cedric Alexander, having that performance, again, that win, would impress a lot of people, get a lot of buzz, that it could set up for a good match from at SummerSlam. Ricochet's taking on AJ Styles this Sunday. And I'm thinking Ricochet's going to retain against AJ to really put over Ricochet. Because apparently Paul Heyman really wants to push Ricochet. Well, what if AJ Styles' next target, the club's next target, would be Cedric Alexander? And we have AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander at SummerSlam. That sounds exciting to me. But this show, no. This show sucked. That's my review of Raw. Let's check out, the Twitter polls. We have 8 votes. What grade did you give Raw? How that? 8 votes. Nobody gave an A or B. 13% said C. 87% said D or lower. Because there was a couple small little things I actually enjoyed a little bit. I still give the show a D-. Yeah, I know. Again, this is the Heyman era, but again, Paul did not write this show tonight. Again, him and Bischoff were hired when it was already shit that they probably couldn't fix. So probably like, okay, let's just wait till after Extreme Rules. And that's the case. I hope that that's the case after Extreme Rules. Let's get through it this Sunday, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what we got here in the live chat before we call it a night. This is not the same AJ from SmackDown. Roman is a Raw again if he's on SmackDown. Once again, I'm sure Roman's not going to show up tomorrow on the show he actually belongs on, because I think he's a part of Raw right now. They don't even acknowledge him as wild cards anymore, which is stupid. This is sure a step down from last week for sure, Jay. Bailey is the bully. Why you didn't like Raw? I'm sorry, Dakota. I thought it sucked. I mean, this was not a Paul Heyman written show. Last week's show, yes. Again, Paul Heyman took over where it's like there was a ton of shit that he just couldn't fix. So after Extreme Rules, hopefully things will get better. This is WCW 2007. Raw was better than it has been lately. Watching 24/7 to make Shane look good. Yeah. I want to check out Batista 24 as well. But yeah, guys, I'm checking out. I'm sorry. Last week's Raw showed promise. This week's week felt like it was Vince McMahon saying, okay, well, since Eric and Paul aren't fully taken over until after Extreme Rules, I will write the show one more week. And this is me saying, fuck you all to all the fans. So I can get the last laugh. That's all it was. D- for Raw this week. Hopefully it'll be better next week once we have a fresh page head into SummerSlam, because that's when hopefully Bischoff and Heyman will have more creative control. So guys, what are your thoughts on Raw? Leave thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure to always slap a like on my videos, subscribe to comment on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandEverybody3, and also check my Wrestling Experience documentary found in the description box down below. Probably tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, probably, I'll do my preview predictions for Extreme Rules. A lot of reviews as well for SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT UK, and NXT this week as well. Special live stream Thursday, top 10 NXT takeovers of all time. And then hopefully I'll be getting back into my video games stuff this week as well. I took a little hiatus while my sister was home. My sister, has returned back to where she lives. So I want to start video games up again. But again, I'm only going to start with one at a time. There's still a bunch of things up in the air for me in my life right now that I can't really, burn myself out with a ton of stuff on this channel at once. So, I'll do one video game at a time until I see where things go for some things. Nothing bad, just some opportunities for me to basically, get further in life, basically. But yeah, guys, that is it, guys. I'm checking out. I'll see you guys all later. Have a great rest of your night, and peace out, everybody.